Hi, Grace and Tyler. As we get closer and closer to our Disney World vacation, I get more and more excited, and sometimes that really makes it hard to go to sleep. So, on those times, to help me relax, I like to have fun by imagining funny things that we could do with the Disney characters. For example, the other night, I had a funny thought, and I figured it'd be fun to share that with the whole family as part of our vacation countdown series. Now remember, this is my imagination, so things might look a little bit weird or a little bit strange. But, you know, my story starts something like this. One sunny day, Grace and Tyler were just sitting around talking about the fun they were going to have when they finally went on their Disney family vacation to Florida and got to go to Disney where they would meet with Mickey and all the rest of the gang. You know, said Tyler, I know we're excited about going on vacation to Disney World 'cause Uncle Dan has told us about all the fun things there are to do there. But that made me think. Did you ever wonder about what Mickey and his friends do for their vacation? I mean, we all go to Disney, but they already live there. So how do they get to have fun that's different? Well, Grace sat for a moment thinking about this. I'm not sure. Why don't we see if Mom knows? So they ran and found Mom. Mom, do you have any idea what Mickey and his friends do for their vacation? Said Mom. I'm not sure, but I do know how to find out. You see, I just happen to have the phone number for Minnie. That's Mickey's girlfriend. I'm sure she will know what they all like to do. So they ran to the phone and Mom called up Minnie. Hi, Courtney, said Minnie. It's so nice to hear from you. Hi, Minnie. Your kids and I have a question for you. Can you tell us what you, Mickey, and all the gang do for vacations? After all, you live at Disney, so unlike the rest of us, that can't be much of a vacation for you. You know what? Said Minnie. I can't answer that question because we've never had a vacation away from Disney World. It's so much fun living here, I don't think any of us have ever thought of going someplace else. Suddenly Grace had a great idea. Mom, do you think Minnie, Mickey, and the gang would like to come with us on our vacation to the SeaWorld Resort? Now, Mom had the phone on speaker, so Minnie had already heard what Grace had said. Oh, I think that'd be wonderful, said Minnie. I can't wait to tell the gang. I'll call you back later to get all the details. With that, Minnie hung up, and Mom sat for a moment. Oh dear, I hope the rest of the family aren't too upset by this. You what? Cried Nana when Mom told her to tell her the news. My goodness, Uncle Dan only booked a couple of suites. Where would we possibly put everybody if they all come to join us? Don't worry, said Papa. I'm sure with a little imagination we'll be able to find places for everybody. Besides, not much we can do about it now except to try to make the best of things. And so the day soon came when everyone headed to Florida and came to the SeaWorld Resort where Mickey and all his friends were already waiting for them. Well, said Cousin Shar, with only 2 rooms, I guess we better try to figure out where we're going to put everybody. Well, they headed into the rooms and they started to assign beds and room spaces to each and every one of the Disney gang. After they got settled in, Dad said, "Who wants to go swimming?" "Not me," said Aunt Connie. "I'm going to the lobby and rest a little while, and maybe have a cold drink." Well, just about the whole gang headed down to the pools with Dad. And then, after a great swim, Cody said, "Hey, gang, why don't we go over to the playground to have some fun?" So they all had fun on the playground when suddenly Uncle Dan came out on the balcony and called out, "Supper's ready. Everybody come and get it." Oh, supper was great. They had something of everything: hot dogs, pizza, turkey, and for dessert, ice cream. Well, after supper, everyone headed down to the resort lake to watch the sunset over the water. What a great day! It sure was. I can't wait to see what kind of fun we're going to have tomorrow. And fun they did have. But by that time, I had fallen asleep. So we'll have to save those other stories for another time. But remember this. We'll soon be on our way to Florida, and although Mickey and the gang won't be staying with us at the resort, we definitely will be able to see them when we get to Disney World. So remember, Grace and Tyler, be good, do all that Mommy and Daddy tell you to, and I'll see you in just 100 more days. Bye for now.